The 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie was an iconic film of the 90s, but everyone asks me, was this film a commercial success? Did it make some money? We're going to talk about it, break down the numbers, hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher, when it morphed, I made a fake one.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy, Dan Brosnan, in the building. We are so happy to have you guys. Welcome to the show. In this video, we are going to be talking about the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And I get this question all of the time. Was the OG movie a success? And I have to say it was. And we are going to show you step by step why this movie was a huge success. The first thing I always like to say is if it got a sequel, there is a chance that the first movie made some money somewhere, because they're not going to make a sequel if the movie was reviewed really bad, or if the movie made zero money. So let's talk about this movie. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, is a 1995 American superhero film. It stars the ensemble cast of Karen Ashley, Johnny Young Bosch, Steve Cardenas, Jason David Frank, Amy Jo Johnson, and David Yost, alongside the villain cast from the original series and Paul Freeman as Ivan Ooze. Much like the television series that followed the release, it used concepts from the Japanese Super Sentai series Zyuranger, Dairanger, and Kaku Ranger. It is the first Power Rangers production from Saban Entertainment not to feature any archived footage from Super Sentai. It is also the first installment in the Power Rangers film series. The film was released in between the second and third seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but it is incompatible with Season 3, which provides a different explanation for the Rangers gaining their Ninja Ranger powers and Ninja Zords, indicating they are set in different continuities. Now, what is this movie about? Let's talk about it a little bit. The MMPR 95 movie begins with a charity skydive inadvertently leading to the discovery of a giant purple egg containing the ancient evil Ivan Ooze. Ooze's release by Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed results in the Rangers' powers being destroyed and Zordon, their mentor, rapidly aging. To save him, Alpha 5 sends the Rangers on a perilous quest to Phaedos to obtain the great power. There they gain new animal-themed powers and Ninja Zords, facing Ivan's Ectomorphicons and his army upon their return to Earth. A final battle ensues, culminating in Ivan's demise via Ryan's Comet. Though Zordon initially perishes, the Rangers use the great power to revive him, securing their victory and restoring peace to Angel Grove. I loved this movie as a kid, and one thing that I always say that this movie got right was the action. It seemed like every 5 to 10 minutes there was something crazy happening. I mean, you start the movie with the Rangers jumping out of a plane, then they land, then they're rollerblading, then there's 2 fights, then they morph, then Ivan Ooze shows up, destroys the command center. Like, there's so much happening right away. Even as a kid, I just loved this one, all right? Filming took place in and around Sydney and Queensland, Australia. This film was released on June 30th, 1995 and grossed $66.4 million worldwide, but received mixed reviews from critics. The critics praised its action sequences and performances, but felt that the film was nothing more than a longer episode of the series with better special effects, pointing to the plot and screenplay as the main faults. I think that's what they were going for, though. Let's have a big budget Power Rangers show so the kids will actually appreciate it. I think it could have done much worse if they created something completely different than the show, because then kids are going to watch it and be like, but this ain't my Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie original soundtrack album, was released by Fox Records and Saban Records on June 8th, 1995 on CD and cassette. Despite several of the songs heard in the movie being well-known or older, the album featured the highest profile musical talent that the series had been associated with up until that point. The music of Van Halen, They Might Be Giants, Devo, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Roxette, Dan Hartman, and Buckethead was used throughout the film. The single released to promote the soundtrack was Shampoo's Trouble, although the commercials for the film used both this and Snap's hit The Power. I've got the power. To market the film, Family Entertainment Center chain Discovery Zone promoted the release of the film by giving away Power Rangers wrist activators with 33 messages to customers who bought a Discovery Zone Summer Power Pass. Discovery Zone also gave away one of 6 Power Rangers movie challenge cards for free during each visit. This promotion lasted the entire summer of 1995. Also, they had an epic Power Rangers and McDonald's cross promotion. We had a set of Happy Meal toys that included a Powercom, a Power Morpher buckle, a Power Siren, and an alien detector. Then there was a second set of toys that was not technically Happy Meal related because they could be purchased with any meal order, similar to the way adult-aimed collectibles would normally work. These toys were fire. I still have a set of these. And then there was a promotion with Jell-O. To coincide with the release of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Kraft Foods released a special line of Jell-O. Each flavor corresponded to a ranger: wild strawberry, lemon, watermelon, blackberry, blue raspberry, and grape soda for the White Ranger. And packs included collectible moving trading cards. There were specially marked winning trading cards inside the Jell-O boxes, and if you pulled one of those, you could have won over $500 worth of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger toys. Further fueling the tie-in, Kraft offered free Jell-O jigglers, molds shaped like Power Rangers, the Megazord, and even Ivan Ooze, encouraging kids to create their own Ranger-themed treats. The marketing was A1, the movie was pretty good, but what did the critics really have to say about this movie? On the movie critic website, Rotten Tomatoes, 32 of 37 critics gave the film a positive review with an average rating of 4.4 out of 10. The site's critics reads, "For better and for worse, too often the latter, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie captures the strange aesthetic of the television series that inspired it." Metacritic gave the film a weighted average score of 40 out of 100 based on reviews from 21 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Audience polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of an A. Kevin Thomas of the LA Times thought it was characterized by a barrage of spectacular special effects, a slew of fantastic monsters, a funny villain, and most important, a refreshing lack of pretentiousness. Thomas lauded director Brian Spicer for raising the quality of production values for a feature film adaptation of the TV series while maintaining a likable comic book look and sense of wonder and wholesome high school characters parents would approve of. Karin James of the New York Times thought that story-wise, it resembles multiple episodes of the television series strung together with slightly better special effects, and that the result was loud, headache-inducing, and boring for adults, but that children would enjoy it. James further stated that too much of its running time is spent showing the Rangers without their powers. Oh, if he only knew what Power Rangers would come after this. Robert Ebert gave it only half a star out of a possible 4 stars, saying that it is close as you can get to absolute nothing and still have a product to project on the screen, comparing it to synthetic foods and brightly marketed packaging with no nutritional content. He felt that the characters, with the exception of Ivan Ooze, lacked personalities and that the scenes of monsters rampaging through the city harkened back to the worst Japanese monster films. Okay, some critics don't really like it. It can't get worse than that, right? Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle called the battle in the climax a complete disaster and stating that it made no sense in timing, that protagonists were not very intelligent, and the actors playing them unremarkable. So when it came to actual paid critics, they didn't really like this one. There was a couple that actually appreciated it for being a film that was for kids. Other people were almost grading it on a scale comparable to some of the other big budget movies that were out at the time. And this was a kids movie. It's going to be a little bit different. I see some of the criticism is totally valid, but some of the characters aren't going to be the best because they did not get big name actors. They were using a lot of these guys that just kind of got into acting a few years ago with the TV series. I thought it was fun as a kid. Maybe parents didn't enjoy it as much, but now I understand that feeling because my daughter and son have shows that I don't really understand why they love it, but millions and millions of kids watch these shows. So with that being said, we saw all of the marketing, we saw what the story was about, we saw what the critics were saying. But what did this film actually do in theaters? In its opening weekend, the film earned $17 million, coming in fourth place behind Apollo 13, Pocahontas, and Batman Forever. It ultimately grossed $66.4 million against a $15 million budget, making it a financial success. It grossed about 4 times its budget, and that $66.4 million is it's worldwide, like everything all together, domestic, worldwide, all into one. And also the one thing that you have to look into are the toys, all right? We know that from like 93 to 99, they made like $5 or $6 billion off of Power Rangers, and I guarantee 95 was a real good year. They did great. Now, I can't find the actual numbers that Saban did for the toys back in 95, but I can pretty much guarantee there was $1 billion made from toys. If they did that much money, by the time 95 came out with all of that merch out, from the toys to the Megazords to the figures, there's pretty much Power Ranger stuff everywhere. You could assume they made at least $1 billion in 1995 off those toys, making this a bigger success than you think. The movie was not the greatest movie of all time. I understand that a lot of adults, including every single adult critic, found a way to not really like it. However, kids enjoyed it. They ran that money up. They made 4 times their budget. They had a bunch of fast food tie-ins, Jell-O, Discovery Zone, and more. They found a way to market this thing. They sold the toys. They did a great job, I'm not going to lie. And another reason that we talked about in the beginning why I thought this was a success is you usually do not give a movie a sequel that was just awful. Obviously, the critics didn't love this movie, but it made so much damn money, I could see them doing it again. But what are your thoughts? What did you think of the movie? Did you think the movie was a success? Now, the film was released on VHS and Laserdisc in late 1995, and then as a double feature when 1997's Turbo, a Power Ranger movie, on a double-sided DVD in 2001. Since then, we had a few repackagings of the movie, but then in 2018, we saw the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie be released on Blu-ray for the first time, which I thought was pretty freaking cool, I'm not going to lie. But what are your thoughts on this movie? I had a lot of fun watching it growing up. I know some people, especially like on our Facebook page, try to tell me this movie was a financial failure, and no, it really wasn't. They made a shit ton of money out of this movie. Don't let them lie to you. The movie made 4 times its budget, but then, like I said, there was all of these tie-ins, all of these commercial contracts, and then the toys had to do close to $1 billion that year. Let's be real. And the only movies it got beat by were Apollo 13, great movie, Pocahontas, and Batman Forever. Those were some heavy hitters, and that makes you think 1995 was a good year for movies, because I've seen all of those movies, and they're pretty damn good. I was a fan of Batman Forever back in the day with Jim Carrey as the Riddler. That was fire. But let me know your thoughts. Shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, Papillon Purple, Thomas Franco, and Troy Lyon. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power up, that is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated, and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.